All right. Today, Mr. Hashem, Likutei Moharan Torah Daled. Mr. Hashem, we're finishing Torah Daled. Anybody by any chance has been doing Likutei Tfilas?
Like last week was the last time.
All right, but definitely now that we're finishing it, at least once.
That's the you suggest you do the whole prayer or parts of it each day, or repeat it like every
Whatever
day?
works for you. Whatever works for you. If you can do one part, you do one part. If you can do the whole thing, you do the whole thing. Do whatever it is that enables you to escape doing nothing at all.
I heard it once that it's so easy. You cannot do it. It's so simple that I cannot do it. What's the big deal? That's it. That's the big deal.
All right. So it says, and this is how now we say how everything is being alluded to in the pasuk that Rabbeinu brought in the very beginning. Anochi Hashem Elokecha Zitich Hameres Mitzrayim Mibeis Avodim. He says that Pirush what is said in the Ten Commandments. Anochi Hashem Elokecha. This is what you'll understand. Kehen Hashem Anochi Hashem Elokecha. I am Hashem, your God. You should understand that both Hashem, which is Yud Kevavke, which is the middle of Rachamim, and Elokecha, which is the middle of Gvuros, of the Din, they are both as Anochi. This is both I. This is all comes to you from the love Hashem has for you. Hainu shetukayim b'Hashem alel dovo b'Elokim alel dovo. You should be mekayim. You praise the Kodesh Baruch Hu with when things go good, and you praise the Kodesh Baruch Hu when things go not so good. Hainu titizke lepchina shem. This is in Olam Haba. You'll be zoche to an aspect of Olam Haba. So kula tova meitiv. This is everything is kula tova meitiv. Okay, how? Okay, so the question: how do you get there? Asher otzesicha meretz Mitzrayim, that I have extricated you from the land of Egypt. What alludes to that with this is this: the Iso b'medrash said the Menshki kol hagolos nikos al shem golos Mitzrayim. All the exiles are called Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim means trouble. It means distress. A person is in meitzar, a person is in straits, a person is distressed, and a person is pressed in. So, and this was exemplified by Mitzrayim. That was the paradigm for all the exiles, to the point that it was actually called Mitzrayim, called meitzar. This is, constriction and fenced in. They're all called Hashem Mitzirim Yisrael because they cause sorrow to Am Yisrael. They press Am Yisrael. So you see that Mitzrayim is a remez, alludes to Golus. That what happens in Golus? The Malchus is in the hands of the Goyim. Asher otzesicha, with that I have taken you out of Mitzrayim. By the tzaddik, with the tzaddik, the authority and the governance, rulership. They don't have no ship. They do? Okay. The malchus, what? The malchus gets destroyed. Through this, the tzaddik, you see the tzaddik, and you give him tzedakah, and you confess to him. The malchus comes out of the galus, and that which is Osheticha Meretz Mitzrayim, that I got you. How through this whole tikkun you do with the tzaddik, and the thing is to be beis avodim, and these words beis avodim. This is a remez. This is an allusion to the beetle of the bed midos of the four elements that are called avodim. the four elements are called avodim. Now, the reason why the four elements are called slaves, they're called avodim, ki al arba yesodes, ki kol arba yesodes, all the four elements, tachas galgal erech, they're all subjected to the galgal of the moon. Because under the galgal of the moon, there is, the moon, is riding as it turns. There are the four elements of fire and wind and water and earth, and they give forth, the existence of the four different levels of existence in this world, which is the inanimate, the growing, the living, and the speaking. And the Yerech mechona b'shem Eved. The Yerech, the nickname of Yerech is Eved, because who's the boss? The boss is the sun. Who's the slave? Is the Yerech. The sun is the one who shines. The Yerech is the one who reflects. It says here, my slave will wisen up. It says Dasira. This is the Yerech. In other words, what the Zohar is actually saying, that in the future, the world to come, Yaskil Avdi, my Eved, that they have no Seichel, will have Seichel. The Lavona, which is the Malchus, will be rectified from its damage and will get up to its Sherish. Because in this time, right now, in the Golos, where we are until Mashiach will come, until the final Gula, the Lavan is called an Eved, the Lavan is called a slave. It's a subject. Why? Because through the bad midos and the timers, that is Gamal Avona. This is the Gamal Avona for each and every person, which is the Malchus. And it cannot get up to its Shorish. In order for the Malchus to come to its Shorish, to be included in the Shorish properly, is only when you have saved yourself totally from the Tavis and the Midos race. This is the thing that constitutes slavery. Slavery to the Midas, right? Slavery to the Tavis, slavery to just let me have some fun. Let me just rest a little. Let me just take it easy. It's like I want to do just a little work with a lot of money. I don't want to do a lot of work with a little money. I came to rest. It's like
mentality of
it's the mentality of a slave. The slave is, let me go, let me rest, let me take it easy. I don't want no
responsibility.
I don't want responsibility. I don't want, let me out of it. It's not for me. And this is avdus that you cannot do what you want, because that's not what you want to do. This is what your time has pulled you to, but that's not what you want to do. You want to be full with self-confidence and with self-worth and really do it, and it's like that's the thing that because the Dalad say this under the Galgal, the Dalad, the four elements which are under the celestial Galgal of circle of the moon, they're called Avodim, because the Tavis and the Midas Res are all the essence of slavery. Following the Tavis is the essence of being a slave. That's what being a slave is. So the more the person follows Tavis, the more person is actually enslaved. He's a slave to Sitracha, he's a slave to the Perish al that tzaddik, through that tzaddik, that the person sees him, give him tzedakah, and confess it before him. The Malchus is extricated in its ascends from Sitracha, but it's batlim avidas, and the bad midah is, get cancelled. This brings a person to a level of Olam Haba. You'll be able to praise Hashem for the good times and praise Hashem for the better times. All the time you praise Hashem. That a person knows that everything that happens to him, even the bad stuff, is all for his own good. And he receives and he accepts everything with love. And this is what the Pasuk says. How will you be zoicha to this bechina of Anoichi Hashem Elokecha? That Sai Hashem and Sai Elokecha is Anoichi because the love of Hashem. How can you do that? that Midas Adin, Midas Arachim, everything will be for you the same thing. Through Asher Setzicha Metz Mitzrayim, but extricating the Malchus from the land of Mitzrayim. The Malchus that comes out of the Goyim, and how do you get the Malchus from Eretz Mitzrayim? Through Mibeis Avodim, by getting away from the Taivas, the Midasras, and getting out of there, that all the Taivas and all the Midasras are all getting cancelled. Bezat Hashem, Bezat Hashem will be Bezakas to come closer to Tzaddik, especially now there's Chanukah, and the light of Chanukah, of the Neiris, is the Or Ein Sof. This is the light that comes into the Neiris, is the light that comes from the Or Aponim, that comes from the regime of Ein Sof. When you're lost in Ein Sof, then you come back in Ratzov Hashov. There you know that the oneness, that Hashem Echad Lishmoch and everything is one. It's a special segula now in Chanukah. You have to daven before that look, and while you're watching the candles, that you should be able to look at the tzaddik. When you're looking at the candles, you have to look at the tzaddik. And B'ezat Hashem should be able to give him tzedakah and to be misvada. You'll see that in the tefillah it says over there that you we don't know who the tzaddik is. We don't know how to get to him. I mean, we know who the tzaddik is, but how do you get to him? The Nosson says that in this generation there are no tzaddikim here that we can see them. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's very different. You don't see the tzaddik. No, Rabbeinu, the tzaddik. Seeing him, it's a different thing altogether. The tzaddik mechadech yusay. So it says in that tefillah that you say, you're confessing to Hashem. You tell him everything you did. And he says that may there be that the confession I confess before you, before Kodesh Baruch Hu, will be considered as if I made the video before the Tzaddik Tamid Chacham, and all tikkunim will come about. And with this will be zocher to know bevadai, that everything that happens to us is for our tova, is for our good, and B'ezat Hashem we will be able to, get over the taivas and really, each and every one of us realize what a tremendous neshama each and every one of us has. I have a great neshama. You have a great neshama, and it's our life is basically like, we're holding sand in our hands, and it's running between our fingers as we speak, literally. And we're saying, okay, but just one movie.
One more little ice cream.
One little ice cream. One little this, one little, just one ice cream and we'll all be free, right? Just one movie, come and dance with me, right? Shem Yirachem. But that's the battle. That's why you get such tremendous schar, because it's so difficult. It is possible. B'ezat Hashem, tomorrow we'll start Torah.